What's up, everybody? So this is a topic that I think is very important, especially during the 2020-2021 time period with the pandemic and everything. So I'll just say the topic first and then go from there. So why we need to operate a dojo as a professional business. Why specifically traditional dojos? There's a lot of gimmicky stuff out there. But as a traditional dojo, why do we need to operate as a professional business, a full-time business? And how do you run a business and still become or remain a dojo as a place that you learn the way and remain, keep your integrity and not feel like you're selling out? So this is a topic that is very important. In 2019, after about 19 years of running a dojo full-time, I chose not to. When I started my dojo in the United States, 2001, I chose to make my dojo my full-time, profession, because I felt that was the best way for me to be able to not only enhance my self-knowledge and my own knowledge and learn more and keep training, but do what I love. And having a job and running a dojo really doesn't satisfy that. And too many senseis, I feel, they say, oh, karate is not a good business, it's not reliable, or it's obsolete, or you can't make a good living off of karate. But just because you don't know how doesn't mean you can't. I think one of the problems we have is that nobody is willing to learn how to make a dojo run as a profitable business, but also because you're a sensei, you feel like, a lot of senseis, they have this I am sensei dilemma or syndrome where they know it all rather than they need to learn more. And in Japanese karate, we say kaizen, which means constant improvement. Our logo literally means it's a circle that translates to keep going, keep doing it again and again and again and again. You can always improve. And that goes for teaching skills, that goes for your martial arts skills, your physical abilities, your health, your mentality, your spiritual journey. It goes for your running your business as well. And too many karate people, and I say karate because specifically in all over the world I've experienced, traditional karate people are afraid to make money, or they judge other people who make a living because they don't know how, and they judge you for making money off of a belt. So for example, currently I charge $20 for a belt. That belt costs me tax and shipping and the cost of the belt. There's three things. And then there's time to not only it takes to place the order, which not that long, but it's still time, it's work. Stocking the inventory, there's yada yada yada, grabbing the box, making sure you get the box, putting all the stuff away. That's all you pay somebody. People pay, like factories pay stockers to do that. Like you're in a warehouse and you put things away, people get paid to do that. Well, if you're doing it as a dojo operator, or you're the sensei and you're doing it, well, you don't even think that you should be getting paid for that. So that $5 to $7 belt, my belts are custom made, so mine cost about $7, then shipping and tax, you're looking at $8, $9 a belt. Well, what should I sell it for then if somebody wants to buy a belt? Rule of business is if it costs you $5, you sell it 3 times as much, because there's tax, shipping and handling, and costs for stocking it and whatnot. Well, we have to think this way as a dojo too, not just think of the art and what we're teaching, but not feel bad for making money. I think the main problem with karate people is they feel bad for charging what they're worth. On top of it, you have the naive public that think because they pay, specifically in America, and California is probably the worst place to run a dojo. People are lazy, people are cheap. They don't, fast food society in California, specifically SoCal, there's too many options, there's too many things they can do. And so people that aren't treating their dojo as an asset to society that don't operate their dojo as an asset to their community, as a center for self-enhancement and a place where you invest in yourself. If you don't treat your training and your dojo with that importance, then it's just a hobby, and it's just something that people will do when they want to get their kids out of their hair, and they're going to treat you like the person that just gets rid of their kid for that time being so they can go shopping or go to the clearance rack at Macy's or whatever. You're just the person that their kid has fun and does, and then they say, well, I want you to teach my kid discipline. Well, karate is not just for kids, it's for adults, but how many dojos do you see advertising for adults? Hardly. They all promote self-discipline, character development, and this and that, but they're promoting everything for kids, and they don't even work on adults. So that alone is a problem. Secondly, people in the martial arts community, they don't believe in themselves enough to run a business. They just feel guilty about making a penny. Most senseis that I know can't stay open during the pandemic because they're afraid to open, or they're afraid to charge more, or they're afraid to run their business as a business. I hate to, drop the bomb on everyone, but the minute you collect 1 cent, you are a business. You're not a hobby. A hobby is free, spare time. And then on top of that, you have to promote the idea that you are worth something. Your time is worth money because you spend money to have time. And you have to have time to make money as well. If you go to a job and you ask any family member in your academy, if you have a job, and you say, hey, how much money do you feel you need to make it worth your time? Well, they're gonna say, well, I need my salary. If I don't get paid that day, I'm not gonna go to work. Well, we have to treat the dojo that way. We have to understand that to run a dojo and to not only keep the art alive, we have to have students to teach. Saying you're a purist, I don't teach for money, blah, 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 that's great, you can do that. But guess what? You're not even promoting the art either. You're not spreading the gospel of karate, so to speak. This goes for everyone, not just karate, but I'm saying karate because I time and again ask friends of mine to believe in what they're doing. And when you preach the idea of believe in yourself and have integrity, and what we're doing is worth something, why don't you charge for that? You need to charge what you're worth, if not more, because this is an investment, an investment in self-enhancement and self-improvement, life skills, like skills that are viable in life, whether it's your health, physical fitness, mental fitness, stress relief. Stress relief is a big one for adults because it's scientifically proven that stress creates toxins in the body, which ruins your health. It lowers your health and your immunity and all that kind of stuff. So now even more, it's important that we enhance our immunity, we enhance our mental health, and for our children, it's the same thing. But we have to run a dojo with the mindset that we're here to stay around. We're here to stick around. Who wants to join a dojo if the dojo sensei is not even confident in charging what their worth is? So run a business the right way. Charge what you deserve, what you're worth, offer value, be legitimate. Don't be a McDojo gimmick, whatever, blue lizard, purple lizard, white dragon, whatever you want to call them, black tiger. Don't be one of those. Don't be a Rex Kwon Do. Teach legitimate martial arts that has benefits. You won't need to have any gimmicks to do so. But believe in what you're doing, have integrity in what you do, and run a business and learn business and how to operate your dojo successfully so that you're not scraping for rent and bills and always struggling. You can actually have more freedom and more leverage in how you do things, and you'll feel much more successful and happy about what you're doing, teaching the art you love to those that deserve it, because everyone needs martial arts, believe it or not. As I always believe, it's essential, just like school, but people don't realize they do, and you have to show them why they do. But there's so many reasons and rhymes and hows and whats and whatnots to do, but most importantly is be a good sensei, be a good martial artist, run a business the right way. Learn to be a black belt in business. If you don't, you're just going to be one of those guys that's always afraid to charge what you deserve. When people spend frivolously, I mean, you can go to the drive-thru and spend $50 and don't even know what you bought. You know, people do that all the time. Nothing is more important than self-improvement, and nothing is more valuable than investing in yourself. So that's my take on why we need to run a dojo as a business profitably, and not be that establishment that's always struggling. And people won't respect a business like that. You only respect what is successful, and people's judgment of success is those who stick to their principles and also are successful in the endeavors that they have, rather than the ones always scrambling around trying to figure it out. So be determined and run your dojo. Make it happen. Los.